Write a skeleton equation for the following reaction. Aluminum sulfate combines with calcium hydroxide to form aluminum hydroxide and calcium sulfate. So a skeleton equation is simply an unbalanced equation. You take your 2 or 3 or 4 or however many chemicals you have that go into the reaction, so the things that you would mix together, say in a beaker, and then you draw an arrow and show the products that form, so all of the things that would come out of it. So with the example of baking soda and vinegar, they would be, you'd write out the chemical formulas for those two things on the reactant side, draw an arrow, and then you'd show on the other side the products such as carbon dioxide, water, and sodium acetate. But anyway, we'll stick to this example here. So first of all, we should identify what are the reactants. And the clue here is aluminum sulfate combines with calcium hydroxide. So we know those are the things that are going together. And then the clue that we know that aluminum hydroxide and calcium sulfate are the products is that it says to form these things, so they come afterwards. So on the one side, we want to just simply write out the formulas for all of these names and then put them on the right side of the equation, and that's it. So aluminum sulfate, we'll write a formula for that. There's 3 to give away, 2 to accept, so we know that aluminum sulfate is Al2SO4 and we know it's combining with calcium hydroxide. Calcium has 2 to give away, hydroxide accepts 1, and so we know then that the other formula is this for calcium hydroxide. Then it says 2 forms, so they're going to make, that's what this arrow indicates, aluminum hydroxide. So no, we're not making anything new here. We already had hydroxide and aluminum, just in another form. We crisscross that, and we get AlOH3. Plus our other product here is calcium sulfate. So that's Ca with 2 to give away, sulfate with 2 to accept. We reduce that to 1 to 1, and we get calcium sulfate. And there's our skeleton equation. The reactants on this side and the products on this side.